bhaktirbhavati naistike. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, verse number 23. The chapter title is The Appearance of Lord Varaha. इति विमंसतः तस्य ब्राह्मणः सह शृणुभिः भगवान् यज्ञ पुरुष चक्र जगेन्द्र सुन्नभिः इति विमंसतः तस्य ब्राह्मणः सह शृणुभिः भगवान् यज्ञ पुरुष चक्र जगेन्द्र सुन्नभिः. Word by word meaning. Iti, thus, mimangsitah, while deliberating, tasya, his, brahmanaha, of Brahma, saha, along with, Sunubhihi, his sons, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Yajna, Lord Vishnu, Purusaha, the supreme person, Jagraja, the sounded, Aga Indra, great mountains. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. While Brahma was deliberating with his sons, the supreme person of Godhead Vishnu roared tremulously like a great mountain. Purport by His Divine Grace. It appears that great hills and mountains also have the roaring power because they are also living entities. The volume of the sound vibrated is in proportion to the size of the material body. While Brahma was guessing about the appearance of the Lord's incarnation as a boar, the Lord confirmed Brahma's contemplation by roaring with his gorgeous voice. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakrumritam Yena Dasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamayam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Star Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devan Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nirachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Padabhadra Subhatyabham Jagannathaya Te Namah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining today for the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today, these days we are discussing about Lord Varaha's appearance. Lord Varaha's appearance, I think we celebrated a few weeks back. It was just before it was just during the Bhaimi Ekadasi time. So this pastimes is very beautiful, and as usual, Lord's pastimes are achintya, avedya. So, and when we discuss this, it is very, very auspicious to discuss and to listen also. But the subject matter of Varahadev's appearance is very beautiful, and Prabhupada always advises us to discuss about this pastime and learn as an inspiration from this pastime. So, but my knowledge is very limited. So, with all of your blessings, I'll try to glorify Lord Varahadev in the next 20-25 minutes. So here, here Prabhupada in the purport, he is specifying how Lord Varaha created a tremulous sound and how the sound vibration give a pleasure to the assembled sages and Brahmaji and all the residents of the planet. So let's discuss more into that. So what is sound basically? How to feel sound? Sound basically means there is a space between the two objects. So between the speaker and the person receiving the information. Like when we are speaking, right, you and somebody is listening, like when a mother and son are talking. So we see that when mother is talking and the son is listening, that time, why they are listening? Because there is a space between two objects. And the sound vibrates through a wave. So when we hear the sound, basically we establish a relationship. So when we establish an intimate relationship with the world, like when we are going on the road, we see the sound of a ambulance is going, or we see a honk sound is going, or the wind is blowing. So we create a relationship. Yes, this surrounding, this is happening. A child is crying for a mother, or mother is calling. So there's a intimate relationship we establish. So if we see, we like earlier we see that initially when Brahma was looking for from where he is originated, when he went to the end of the lotus, he saw a tremulous sound. That time it was the destruction of material world is going on. Similarly, when the beginning of the creation also, Brahma could meditate and Brahma could hear Lord's voice. So that is also the beginning of the creation. So sound is the cause of both devastation and creation of the material world. So material sound, what it does, the sound vibration develop our intimate relationship with all the world's senses are there. Like there are 5 andhakars are there. So because of the material sound vibration, we create a relationship with that. But what does, there is a transcendental sound vibration also. So this transcendental sound vibration, what it does, basically it removes our inner senses and it establishes a full knowledge of understanding who is supreme. So most of the times we have seen that when there is a lost friend from long time and we have not heard from him, all of a sudden he calls us and we hear him on the his voice on the phone, we get delighted. We become very happy that yes, my friend is calling. Immediately our relationship with the friend comes as a flashback in front of our eyes, whatever we did. So just imagine, that how it will be nice if we hear Krishna's voice really one day. And immediately when hearing Krishna's voice, automatically Krishna's pastime will be coming as a flashback in front of our eyes. So our Acharya says that hearing is as good as seeing. In fact, hearing is actually better. So Prabhupada always says we should see Krishna through our ear. When we try to see so many things in front of our eyes, so many things we don't see it. But when we see through our ear, even if without seeing, we could see so many things. So always Prabhupada gives an example of milk on the context of hearing. So there will be milk. So when you smell it, you say, wow, nice smell is coming. There is elaichi, or maybe it's a plain fresh milk. There is a nice aromatic smell is there. Then when you see it, you say, yeah, it's a white color milk. Or sometimes it is a thick creamy milk. But when you touch the milk, you can realize that the milk is wet or it is cold. The milk is wet or it is dry. When you touch it, you can feel it. But simply by hearing, yeah, this is milk, immediately we can feel the nice aromatic smell of the milk. We could understand that yes, milk is wet and the color is white. So that's why most of the times hearing is better than seeing. So when during the night time when Brahma goes to sleep, this material world is basically in a dissolution state. So when Brahma wakes up in the morning, he sees that his material creation is no more. So they are in the state of dissolution. So Brahma basically, he has no power. He completely surrendered to Krishna. He has to take shelter of Lord Krishna every early day morning when he gets up. So why he takes shelter of the morning? So that he can perform his task of assisting Lord Krishna in creating this material universe diligently. So this is a nice thing to meditate for all of us. Like early morning, what Brahma does, he wakes up and he meditates on Supreme Personality Godhead, how to do his service nicely. Similarly, when as sadhakas, we should also, when we wake up, instead of doing other mundane activities, we should also meditate on Supreme Personality Godhead, so that our daily task of devotional service we can also perform with love and devotion. So every morning when we get up, we should take shelter of Lord. So Brahma does this meditation year after year, like all his lifetime without a break. So Brahma's year is 100 years, and we know that how lengthy his Brahma's days are there. So this is Brahma's tapasya, like every day waking up, constant chintana and manthana of Lord. So this basically gives or empowers Lord Brahma to assist in the creation. Now when Swayambhu Manu and the sages approaches Lord Brahma and told him that Mother Earth has sunken in the Garbhodakshaya ocean, so Brahma started thinking, Garbhodakshaya ocean is very extensive. So Brahma is actually father of all living creations, and he is our great-great-grandfather. And Brahma is the most powerful man in the universe. He's so powerful that all the demoniac personalities like Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha always meditate on Brahmaji, so that they can get some energy from Brahma or power from Brahma, some divine weapons from Brahma to create havoc and some kind of wrongdoings. So they get power from Brahma. So Brahma is very, very powerful. Now, when Lord Brahma saw the state of the earth, he was kind of bewildered. He was confused. He thought, what can he do? He has absolutely no power to save Mother Earth. Saving Mother Earth, no, what does it mean? Saving all the living entities of the mother, because we all are son of Mother Earth, so on the daughter of Mother Earth. So basically, saving Mother Earth means saving everybody. Basically, he has to save Bhumi Devi. Who is Bhumi Devi? Who is no other than the partial manifestation of Lakshmi Devi, and who is Lakshmi Devi? Lakshmi Devi is God's eternal consort. So basically, he is going to save the partial expansion of Lord's consort. So Brahma, when he heard about it, and when he heard the appeal of the Swayambhu Manu, he realized how difficult the situation is. And he can hardly do anything. Only thing what he can do is take shelter of Lord and get and to figure out how he can do it, and Lord will give him some idea, or Lord himself will come to rescue him from the situation. So he meditated on the supreme form, on the supreme person Godhead. So in trance, in his meditation, Supreme Lord, what he does, he magnificently, he appeared in the most unbelievable way what anybody can think of. That is the most like beautiful way that Lord is appearing from Brahma's nostril. If we see that Lord is independent and Lord is Swarat, whatever he like, he will do it. He does things as per his own ways. When Lord appears in this material world, he doesn't go through this normal material process. He defies the Lord of karma, and he defies the Lord everything. He defies the creation. He appears in his own sweet will, in the most unconventional ways also sometimes, and sometimes the conventional ways also. But that time, whatever the world needs, whatever the common residents need, to reciprocate that mood, Lord appears in that form. There is no logic that this is the only way the Lord is going to appear, and this is very difficult to understand. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Janma karme chame divyam, evam ye vidi tattatah, yakta teham punarjanma naitimam iti so Arjuna. Who knows the transcendental nature of Lord's appearance and activities does not upon the living body take birth again in this material world, but he attends Krishna's abode. Now Supreme Person Godhead Krishna appeared from the nose of Brahma. It's very unconventional to hear. It's very unbelievable to hear that somebody is taking birth from a father's nostril. Generally, everybody takes birth from mother, and here not even mother's nostril or anything. Directly, Supreme Person Godhead is coming from Brahma's nostril. So we have seen that all the Matajis who are in the call, they must agree to me that when a child takes birth, the mother goes through a lot of pain. So much difficulty is there. Keeping the baby for so long time, 10 months, and then the labor pain is not an easy task. We go through so much that time difficulties, and sometimes it's a natural labor which can take for 4 hours, 5 hours, some cases 12 hours. And these days with this technology, with the C-section and everything, it's also not easy. But anyway, whatever it is, giving birth to a baby is not easy. But in this case, we see that due to Lord's inconceivable power, Brahma did not have to even little bit also twist his nose or sniff or anything. And effortlessly, without Brahma knowing, Supreme Personality of Godhead is coming and appearing in front of him. And initially, how he appeared? He appeared as a little portion of his thumb. It's kind of a baby bear. And when we think that, yeah, this is definitely without a second. Yeah, there is no second person who has been, born like this. And very nicely, and it is also very inconceivable to understand this. So in Brahma Samhita, Brahma recites this beautiful prayer for Lord Krishna, that Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Mananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusam Navajovanam Cha Vedesu Durlavam Adurlavam Atma Bhaktau Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajam. That I worship Govinda, the remember Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas, but often by pure unalloyed devotion to the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay, and who is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusa, yet he is a person possessing the beauty of a blooming youth. So let's see about the blooming youth part. So when Lord Barahadev appeared, he was a tiny little boar, and everybody was surprised, what is going on? All of a sudden, a little boar is in front of you, and he immediately situated in the sky and began to increase in the size in a gigantic form. He becomes very. He was looking very effulgent and very beautiful. Nobody has seen something like this earlier. This is the first time they are seeing. They are saying a board is turning into a small, cute little board is in increasing size, looking very beautiful, very effulgent, and slowly the board takes the form of a massive, huge elephant, and it increases in size and size. This is high. This is definitely incredible. We see when we see so many things nice, we say it is incredible. But all the incredible definition of incredible will fail when we describe about the beautiful form of Barahadev. Now the Barahadev is slowly taking the form of a massive, huge elephant, and he increased in such a size that he reached till Satyaloka. This is basically he was appearing like a gigantic mountain. This is definitely something like the beginning in the fast time, something happened, and this is a kind of Ananta Rupam, and this is Achyutam. This kind of, there is, and this is Advaita also. There is nothing second to it. So no one knew who he was. All are watching in shock. And everybody is meditating. Who is this beautiful form? From where it has come from? They are seeing that, from it is coming from Brahma's nostril, and they're not still able to believe it. They're thinking, who is he? What is he going to do? There are so many doubts, so many confusions, and they're kind of in a state of shock. So Brahma could also, Supreme Person Godhead, could understand what is going on his devotee's heart, because since he is Antaryami. So first, and he reciprocates to always to the devotee's desire and the mood. So what Lord Barahadev did? Lord Barahadev roared tremulously. He roared, it was just like a thunder, but the thunder is giving joy and bliss to our heart. So when we attend some movies, like when I was studying college, we used to go our audiovisual system. The theater, movie theater, the hall was there, and that times sometimes we see that acoustic system was so horrible. One point, if you're sitting towards the end of the row, you won't get the sound. If you're coming sitting in the front of the row, you will all of a sudden you will hear when the hero is entering and doing some fighting scenes, all of a sudden a huge sound will come. It will kind of it will hurt your ear. And in the middle of the sound, when you are hearing, sometimes the batteries are not properly situated, or it's not functioning. That time you are not hearing anything. But here, if we see that the best acoustic system was planned by Lord Barahadev. There are devotees in the 14th planetary system, starting from one end to other end. Everybody could hear same sound in same magnitude in a same beautiful way. So Barahadev wrote in such a way that every part of the creation was resonated. The sound was coming from one place, but it was at the same time, at the same intensity, going to the all living beings in the all corner. It's not like that when an audio player is moving on in a high volume, the nearby person who is standing, he closes his ear. Yeah, it is hurting my ear. Sometimes in our temple, we have seen that all of a sudden, when we are setting up the sound system, a big noise will come, and the speaker who will be giving the class, he doesn't feel a comfort. But in this case, when Barahadev is roaring, the nearby person who is there, he is also feeling very good. This is his mystic potency of Barahadev. So all the 14 planetary system, they could hear this beautiful tremulous sound. The sages who were standing next to Brahma, they found that yes, the sound is coming from the sweet sound. Whatever is coming, it is very sweet, but side by side it is powerful. It is very beautiful. It is giving a calming effect to the soul. Basically, this is and it is very difficult to even comprehend. This is basically the Achintya Shakti of the Lord. So we can see here how the sound vibration of Lord gives soothing to our ear. Sometimes if we see that the mundane man, when we hear sound or when we roar sound, the nearby person, it gets irritated. Sometimes we have some heated argument, we scream and we make noise, but it's not good. Or when we sometimes sing also, somebody will be singing, some other person might not like it. Sometimes the sound in the material world, it is conditional kind of thing. But in this case, when Lord is making this loud thunder kind of roar, everybody is becoming very pleased. Why they are pleased? Because they can understand this. This is definitely Supreme Personality of Godhead. Varahadev, he has the Godhead, and he has appeared the form of a boar, and now they now definitely something wonderful is going to happen, and definitely he is going to help in rescuing the Mother Earth. Now when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, so all of a sudden what he used to do, he used to, when he is into ecstasy, he used to roar like a lion. Our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he has mentioned this beautiful line in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Chaitanya Simhera Nabadupe Avatara Simha Griva, Simha Birya, and Simhera Hunkara. Here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is mentioning about Simhera Hunkara. What does it mean? The incarnation Lord Chaitanya is like the appearance of a lion in the jungle. He is as well built and as powerful as a lion, and his transcendental roaring is as much grave as that of a lion. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kaviraj Goswami is describing here, he just like a lion. Lion is the king of the jungle. Everybody loves him, and everybody simultaneously is also, whoever the miscreant, they are also afraid of him. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu roars in ecstasy, or he does kirtan, or he tells something, it gives so much soothing to our heart. Later on Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the introduction page, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also prays that maybe that lion in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and resides in the heart of all the living beings. And we have so many anarthas, they are kind of an elephant. These elephants are very destructive. So we have basically the scenes which are kind of elephants. So let the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come, and through his gigantic roaring, let him annihilate all the anarthas, within our heart. So I was reading an article on, in North India, in Uttarakhand, there was a village. In the village, there is farmers have a lot of crops. So nearby area, the elephants used to come, and they used to destroy the crops. So what they did, they to chase the elephants away, in the loudspeaker, what they have done, they captured the roar of the lion. In every evening, they used to put that sound, the lion roaring sound. So when the elephant stopped coming. So when I was reading about it, I could imagine, yes, whatever Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is nice. Lord, it makes sense to me now. With the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was roaring, and with his in ecstasy when he was doing kirtan, and whoever is onlookers are hearing and seeing the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, definitely all the anarthas within their heart would be going away. They would be annihilated by his gigantic ecstatic roar. Now there is another instance of also, like when Chandkaji was creating disturbances in the Sankirtana, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard about it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he did, he took a group of devotees, and this group of devotees went in a Harinam, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very upset about Chandkaji's behavior because he was disturbing. And when he reached Chandkaji's house, when Chandkaji's house, there all these nice procession was there, and everybody chanting so nicely with Harinam. And Chandkaji was very, very scared, and he was very, very afraid by hearing the turmoil sound of Harinam and Lord Chaitanya singing. He was so upset and so scared that he came and he directly fell at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he begged. And after that, he has never created any disturbance in Lord Chaitanya's missa. So when this gigantic form of Varahadev roared, everybody could hear a melodious rhythm. They would hear that, yes, now Supreme Personality of Godhead, Varahadev has appeared. Earlier they were seeing that Supreme Personality of Godhead is here, but they were not able to realize that this is Supreme Personality of Godhead, this is Varahadev, he has come to rescue us. But when they heard the tumultuous sound, it created a melodious rhythm in their heart, kind of a soothing, whatever pain in their heart, it went away. So by hearing this tumultuous sound, they could see Varahadev. So then what happened, and we'll be discussing the next chapter, next verses, upcoming speakers will discuss. That when Varahadev jumped in sky, and he whistled, and he shook his body, and then in the mind, then what he did, actually he tried to jump into the Garbhodaya ocean, and he rescued Mother Earth. So here always Mother Earth. So these are the things we are going to discuss in the next chapter. So what to learn from this Barahadev pastime? Always Prabhupada mentions that sometimes in our devotional service, the situation is such that our tasks appear as a Herculean task to us. It's not doable, it's not possible kind of thing. Like Mother Earth is inside the water and Brahma is meditating that how to do this. Such a Herculean task. It's not in my control. So what he did, he took shelter of Lord and Lord appeared in the most inconceivable way and he rescued Mother Earth. Similarly, when the task is Herculean and we have no clue to do it, what we should do? We should take surrender of Supreme Personality of Godhead and we should meditate on him so that we will be able to successful in our devotional service and Lord will himself come to assist us or give us some right intelligence to perform our service in a most diligent way. So now this is a beautiful temple I just wanted to share with you. This is in Orissa, the place called Jajapur. This is the Baraha temple. And this these are actually from King Pratap Rudradev and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. This was built by Pratap Rudradev on the advice of Kasi Mishra. This temple holds, earlier it was holding three beautiful deities of Barahadev. They were Adi Baraha, Jagya Baraha, Lakshmi Baraha, and Jagannath Baldev and Jagannath Ji. So this is the beautiful Jagya Baraha and Sudha Baraha picture in the temple hatch. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was visiting from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri, he crossed Ramuna. After he crossed Ramuna, he came to this Jajapur area. Basically, Jajapur area is the place. Jajapur is the village where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grandfather he was living here. Later on, he moved to he moved to East Bengal. So that was the story. But initially, he was staying in this area, and there is a beautiful this Baraha temple is there. Now, anyway, it is old temple, but there is a nice pastimes of Lord visiting this place. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited this place, there is a Vaitharani river, and this basically this place in Orissa, this is called Biraja Khetra. Like we see this, to reach the spiritual world, there is a Biraja river. So similarly, there is this place is called Biraja Khetra, and there is a Vaitharani river flows nearby. So Lord, this Vaitharani river has significance similar to potential significance and potency similar to this Biraja river. So this place is known as Biraja Khetra. So here actually when Lord Chaitanya came, the potency of this place was was nice and he could feel the transcendental vibes here. So he took bath in the near Vaitharani river and he came and he took darshan of Barahadev and he did parikrama and there is a beautiful banyan tree here. So in this under the banyan tree, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down and he did beautiful melodious kirtan he did. So there is a story that there is a small local story goes on that there was a little bird who came and he sat on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lap and he sang beautiful something. It was so melodious and so beautiful he sang. So later on, this bird was the bird left the body and he went to Golak. So there is the samadhi place of this little bird also there who sat on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lap. Till today, devotees go and take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet darshan in this place. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, when he heard about the potency of this place, he himself went here and he did a lot of good work in this area. He tried to protect this temple, and the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's footprint he tried to revive, and he has placed in a nearby area in this temple courtyard. Still today, devotees also go and take darshan of this beautiful place. There is another instance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visiting this Baraha Ketra and worshipping this Baraha deities here when he was coming back from Jagannath Puri along with Ramanand Rai and other sannyasis. He was going back to Vrindavan. That time also there is a record of in Chaitanya Bhagavata that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here and he did his melodious chanting Harinam in this beautiful area, and he could Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always emphasizes on worshipping of Lord Barahadev, and that's what actually we hear from him. So as Prabhupada suggests, we all should take lessons from Lord Barahadev's appearance in our daily life, and so we are praying to Lord Barahadev to give us mercy and to give us blessings so that we can also do our duties diligently, and do our devotional service for the pleasure of Lordships. So with this, I would like to end today's class. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much. We'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. We'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting 3 times Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ugra Veera Maha
Rudram Veeram
Jai
Maham
Singha, Jai Singha,
Jai Narsingha, Shri Narsingha, Jai Jai Narsingha Deva, Praladesha, Jai Padma Mukha Padma Pringa,
Ugra Veera Maha Vishnu,
Udram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvotam Mukham, Narsingam Ishanam Bhadram Mrityunmrityam Namami Ham.
Narsingh Bhagwan ki Jai.
Jai
Maharaj.
Jai
Jai.
Some quick announcements. Tomorrow is Ekadasi. Minimally fasting from grains and beans and increasing our Krishna consciousness. There will be an Ekadasi Kirtan in the morning from 10 to 12.
Yes, Prabhu. Haribol.
At the temple, live, not on Zoom, at the temple. So that's Ekadasi Kirtan. Also, the sixth session course of Gaur Lila is starting from tomorrow from the Bhakti Center on Zoom. Satyanandan Maharaj lectures on Gaur Lila starting from 9:30 a.m. So if you don't plan to attend Ekadasi Kirtan, you can be absorbed in that Gaur Lila. The flyers were posted in Japatan group. If you don't have it, let me know, I can resend it. There'll be Ekadasi Govinda's Prasad. So Ekadasi Thali and Amritananda Prabhu's favorite Ekadasi pizza and Sabudana Vada will be there. On Sunday from 8 to 9, we have Banu Swami Maharaj is speaking this Sunday from 8 to 9 a.m. on Gaur Lila again. So please attend that program. That being said, anything else? Krishna Prabhu, breaking fast time Sunday is
6:33 to 10:17 a.m.
6:33 to 10:17 a.m. on Sunday. Yep.
Get ready for Gaur Purnima. 108 offerings or 500 items offering.
Yeah. Offering of different preparations. So you can be absorbed in Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes, hear about what different items he likes, and accordingly make it with love and devotion. on Gaur Purnima day. Gaur Purnima will be celebrated on the actual day, 17th March, right? Yeah, March 17th, which is a Thursday. Then March 20, which is a Sunday, also there'll be excellent celebration. On Gaur Purnima day, we'll also be doing a Shiksha program, where you can revive your vows of chanting the holy name of the Lord. If you are chanting 1 round a day, you can think of going to 4 rounds a day. If you're chanting 4 rounds a day, you can think of going to higher rounds a day. So we have 1, 4, 8, 16 Guru Ashraya categories, and or if you are on the same level again, reviving the vow is good. So that's, and this is a way where you can even encourage others. It's like on this conference, many are initiated devotees, but you can even encourage others to be at least start with 1 round a day. Gauranga Mahaprabhu appeared to establish the Sankirtan Yagya, right? His weapons were Sankirtan. Weapons of mass destruction which the world is going around fighting wars. His weapons of mass destruction was Sankirtan movement, which destroys the evil consciousness within our heart of greed and pride and envy and lust, all these anarthas. Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Oh.
That being said, we like to offer our humble obeisances as a respect of all the humble Vaishnavas. Vancha
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो नमो नमः।
वैष्णववृंद की जय,
Bhagavatam
संत
ki
भागवतम की
jai.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
ji. Wonderful
everybody.
Thank you.
class. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.